There is a quote by Nisargadatta Maharaj, and it says, once you realize that the road is the goal and that you are always on the road, not to reach a goal, but to enjoy its beauty and its wisdom, life ceases to be a task and becomes natural and simple. In itself is ecstasy. Most of us are very goal oriented because we feel that our worth is attached to our ability to accomplish goals. That's what we have been taught. So we initially pick up material goals. We strive hard. But then at some point, we get tired. I got tired because there was just no end to it. One goal after the other. The first goal seemed so promising, and it felt as if that one goal is achieved, life is set. But you know what happened? The moment I achieved that goal, the higher goal was presented. So I kept achieving goals, and more goals were presented to me. So at some point, I had to realize that it's not about reaching a destination, it's about enjoying the journey. And this realization, which is actually a very simple realization, it makes life so beautiful, so worth living. Because then one is not bound to an outcome. Bondage to an outcome creates doership. Doership is the belief that I am a separate individual who is the doer of his or her actions. And that it is because of my doing that things are happening, and they should happen according to my preferences. But when there is no goal, there is no attachment to an outcome, life is simply lived. Or let's put it this way, that life, it's not you who's living life, but life is being lived through you. That even liberates you more, because then you don't have to control anything. You don't have to worry about anything as such, whether things are going according to your plan or not. You're not worried about any of that because you're simply enjoying the journey. You're enjoying the game of life. You're not concerned with winning or losing. You're simply enjoying the game. And that is why Nisargadatta Maharaj in this quote says that life becomes natural and simple. The word Nisarg itself means natural. And there is immense beauty in simplicity. You see, when the goals drop, all other structures attached to that goal also wither away. You may think that you require high prestige, high position, lots of money, lots of fame, lots of admiration, adulation in order to be successful, in order to be validated. So you set up these goals. I have to become this, become that. And in that becoming, the whole process of becoming, you just trap yourself into this Maya or the web of illusion more and more. But it's never enough. It's never ever enough. That is the nature of mind. Mind is not here to satisfy your curiosity. Mind is here only to invoke the curiosity. And it is there for a reason, because we need the mind. My reading Nisargadatta Maharaj's words and interpreting that in my own style, is happening because of my mind. So mind is required to communicate. But beyond that, it has no further role. When it comes to simplicity, beauty, natural living, and peace, their mind has very limited role. Because for simplicity, analysis is not required. It may happen, the analysis may happen. You may analyze that to live a good life, I need this, I need that, I need a good relationship, I need money, I need a well paying, secure job. And that is all fine. But you know what really is security? What really is simplicity? This mind cannot know. It is only the heart that knows true simplicity, true peace, and what is natural. So Maharaj says that you are always on the road. That means the seeking may happen, may keep on happening for the individual seeker. But at some point, that seeking loses its energy. And you know that what you're trying to seek, the object of your imagination, does not exist in reality. It is not the same as your mind puts it. Your mind makes it into something extraordinary, magnificent. But in reality, it comes with duality. It comes with unhappiness attached to it. And true love, true beauty, is to embrace the unhappiness along with the happiness. And that is what Nisargadatta Maharaj here means by simplicity. So that means life is no more a task. Life is just lived. And to embrace simplicity is to live fearlessly. It is fear which complicates things. It is fear which creates divisions, distortions. The whole mind, the total mind, is the fearless mind because it is no mind. There is no place for fear in that. There is no duality in that. When that mind awakens and the limited mind takes a back seat, then life becomes spontaneous and simple, truly simple. There is no effort. There is no effort to seek anything as such, because you know that seeking is just a happening, and what is being sought does not give anything that is permanent. It does not give permanent happiness or permanent bliss. Whether it is any material possession, or it is enlightenment, or it is spiritual awakening, or it is self-realization, or any fancy word that you can come up with. It is all impermanent. Impermanence is the nature of life. Life is a flux with ups and downs, with the alternating cycle of pain and pleasure, where the duration of pain is longer than the duration of pleasure. Or let's put it in Nisargadatta Maharaj's way, where he says that pain is the constant background of every pleasure. You see, they are two sides of the same coin. There's not much difference at all. So what you think is pleasure, all that you try to accumulate, all that you try to cling on to, all that you try to hold on to, will give you no pleasure, no happiness. On the contrary, you will live constantly in fear of losing what you have accumulated. But when you know your nature as the limitless awareness, when you know your nature as the infinite whole mind, as the true wholeness, you are not bothered what comes and what goes. If a pleasure comes in the moment, you enjoy it in the moment. And if the pain shows up, you accept that pain too in the moment. But your pleasures never gives rise to cravings, and your pain never continues as mourning, continuous mourning in horizontal time. You accept whatever is arising in the moment. And that is what Nisargadatta Maharaj means when he uses the word simplicity. Simplicity is spontaneity, acting and reacting in the moment as per the biological organism's conditioning, without trying to change anything, without trying to achieve any goal, without trying to interfere in source's work. You fully and unconditionally surrender to the source. And that is true freedom. That is true liberation.